Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
A fire took out at least 3 garages in South Fargo this evening, leaving some people without vehicles and cleaning up a big mess. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Bradford Eric. The garage owners say they had just come home from work about an hour before and were inside their apartment when told their garage was smoking. The owners say they opened the garage at 3570 42nd Street South and it was just smoke and fire. They report having 2 vehicles inside when the fire was discovered. 5 fire crews rushed to the scene and our cameras caught them knocking down hot spots. Firefighters say most of the damage was to one garage, but they were forced to get into the others to keep it from spreading.
Heavy smoke and fire damage in one garage unit. The garage units on each side of it had some smoke and water damage, and then the 2 beyond that was real light, if any, smoke or water damage.
Officials don't yet know the cause and are still looking into what sparked it. A Grand Forks man remains in the Cass County Jail after Fargo police say he bit one of their officers Friday night. Police say they received calls that 45-year-old David Fitzpatrick was driving excessively fast on 19th Avenue North near Hector International Airport, and that he was also going the wrong way out of the airport viewing park, turning into oncoming traffic. Fitzpatrick eventually crashed his car into a ditch, and when officers arrived, he would not comply with their orders. He was tased, and while officers were trying to put him in cuffs, he bit one of them. David Fitzpatrick faces charges including assault on a peace officer, resisting arrest, and DUI. Friends and family are mourning the death of a 20-year-old man today. Authorities in Wahpeton recovered his lifeless body Friday night out of the Red River, and now we know his identity. Police say witnesses saw 20-year-old NDSCS student David Linen of Selfridge, North Dakota, along with 4 other adults swimming in the Red River near Chihinkapa Park. They say Linen became separated from the group and floated downstream. He called for help, but the current took him underwater. Search and rescue agencies arrived around 6:30 p.m. and recovered Linen's body about 2 hours later. They say he was in about 8 feet of water. David Linen's body was taken to the North Dakota Medical Examiner's office in Grand Forks for an autopsy. Northern Minnesota emergency crews were called Friday evening after a report of a man in the Rapid River just after 5 o'clock. 64-year-old Inpong Duong Mala of War Road was pulled from Clemenson Rapids, an area 10 miles east of Badet where the Rapid River enters the Rainy River. The 64-year-old man was pronounced dead at a local medical center, and his body will be autopsied at UND's Forensic Center. Nothing suspicious is suspected in this case. The Grand Forks Regional Bomb Squad was called in early Saturday after a report of a gunshot. Police say a call came in at 5:33 a.m. that 32-year-old Jeffrey Cutter fired into the occupied apartment below his at 2222 South 17th Street. A search warrant was executed, and during that process, quote, concerning items were found. The bomb squad tested those items, and they were found to be explosive in nature. Cutter faces multiple felony charges. People came from all over to get in on the City of Fargo's spring auction. There were bikes, buses, cars, a garbage truck, and other city-owned equipment up for bid. The so-called price to take a vehicle can range from a few hundred to a few $1,000s, and not everyone came away looking to drive away in one.
Scrap people, they'll sell them for scrap or recycle them for scrap. Sometimes parts dealers, things like that.
The money from this auction will go to the City of Fargo. Tens of thousands are still fleeing a devastating fire in Fort McMurray, Alberta in Canada. While that's thousands of miles away, a Sioux Falls woman is forced to watch in fear as her family runs. Natasha Haff is originally from Fort McMurray. The town has been absolutely ravaged from the fast-moving blaze, with evacuees forced to move again today as the fire more than doubled in size over the last 24 hours.
It was very heart-wrenching. It really made me want to tear up, and I know for the first 2 days of this last week, I was crying to myself because I'm over here and I can't really do anything to help with my family members.
The American Red Cross is raising money to help victims, and Labatt Brewing of Canada is canning water instead of beer to help those affected. Today, you may have seen some drones in the sky as about 40 people got together to race for International Drone Day. The group, Valley RC Flyers, gathered in Cragness, Minnesota, and raced the drones that they built from kits. 19 pilots drove the course through flags, tunnels, and gates. The drones can fly up to 60 miles per hour and are smaller than the ones you can buy in stores like Best Buy. The group says drones have gotten a negative stereotype, but they are used for good and give you a different perspective. If you like seafood, you will love a new store and restaurant that is coming to the Fargo area. Deep Blue Seafood will be a seafood market and small sit-down restaurant that was hoping to open this upcoming week, but will open instead in June. The new business is located off of 45th Street South in Liberty Square. That's near Pizza Ranch, 101 Sushi Bar, and Applebee's. Deep Blue Seafood is ran by the same company that runs Off the Hook Seafood, which operates across the state of North Dakota.
Valley News Live 10 at 10 continues with no wait weather.
And Justin, I hear we have a fantastic Mother's Day in tap.
Yeah, we had a great day today, and the nice weather will stay with us for one more day, and then things will start to change next week. So let's get into that. Our Tower Cam time-lapse shows we had some smoke out there from the fires in Canada with that northwesterly wind out there today. Other than that, we had mainly sunny skies, and the sunshine, even though it did get us warm, it didn't get us as warm as it could get this time of year with plenty of sunshine because of that northerly wind. We were near 70 today. Temperatures have since fallen back down to 58 in Fargo, 57 Valley City, 56 at Grand Forks, 61 at Crookston, and a 49 as you make your way out toward Bemidji. Now, the satellite loop shows that there was hardly a cloud in the sky out there for the day today. Some moisture off to our south and to our west, off to our north and to our east. The Arrowhead of Minnesota had some scattered sprinkles. That's basically it for what we saw. And we did keep that northerly wind that brought the smoke in here from Canada, and it kept our temperatures down as we went throughout the day today. The high pressure to our south was in control with that northerly flow. We have a very weak cold front making its way through. High to our north is going to flip that wind a little more to the south for the day tomorrow. It's going to still give us plenty of sunshine out there, and it will warm up as we go throughout the day tomorrow for your Mother's Day. So let's take a look at that hour-by-hour forecast. We had that southerly wind. It's going to be a very light breeze tomorrow. Temperatures starting off in the upper 40s, and we're topping off into the mid to upper 70s across the region, still with plenty of sunshine out there. We're going to stay mild even as we go through the evening for your Sunday, as temperatures only fall back into the 60s. So let's take a look at that area planner for tomorrow. Starting off into the mid 40s, we got clear skies out there, so it's going to be a cool start compared to where we will be for tomorrow. 70 by noon. We're warming up nicely, still with sunny skies, and we are going to keep complete sunshine as we go through the day tomorrow. Temperatures into the upper 70s by around 5 p.m. Still unseasonably warm for this time of year. Elsewhere across the Southern Valley, into the lower to mid 70s out there at 3 p.m. tomorrow. Sunny skies for everybody. Lakes Country, Minnesota getting into the lower to mid 70s, into Northland, Minnesota, upper 60s to lower 70s out there, and sunshine all around into the Northern Valley, lower to mid 70s. And for the day on Monday, most of the rain stays to our south, but we have a system approaching, clouding up, and temperatures will fall as we start next week. So for the day on Sunday, there's your high of 78, only 74 on Monday with increasing clouds, and we do turn a bit breezy out there. And then for Tuesday, a good chance of some rain, 63 through Wednesday. We have a chance of some showers, and another slight chance of showers on Thursday, a high near 60. Highs near 60 on Friday, mostly cloudy. And for the day on Saturday, partly cloudy skies, trying to warm up a little, temperatures into the lower 60s. So around this time of year, we're going to be into the upper 60s. That's our normal. So we're going to be above it tomorrow and then below it for the rest of the week.
So we have some much needed moisture coming is what you're saying?
Yeah, moisture, best chance for it on Tuesday. We have that chance of some scattered showers Wednesday and Thursday too.
All right, thanks so much, Justin.
Yep.
Later on Valley News Live at 10, Garth Brooks' stop in Fargo is not limited to the concert stage. He's helping youngsters on the ice too. Coming up after the break.
You're watching Valley News Live.